bench is secured. It's kind of hard to guess how much weight I'm going to push until I start actually lifting it, because it varies a lot day by day. So. That wasn't awful. Wrists are sore though. And as soon as I get like 100 kilos, I need to be using the wrist straps, because it absolutely tears my wrist apart. Let me go get some 10s. This is where it just feels shaky. As soon as you don't have the elbow straps, it just feels like juddery. But then, as soon as you put the elbow straps on, it's smooth. Let's see how this feels. I feel fucking right. I'm gonna try and limit the amount of reps I do on stuff. If the first like 1 or 2 reps feels easy, I'll just stop, as opposed to like repping out, because I kind of want to save the energy for heavier weight. All right, 130, I guess. So last time I did this, I got this for 5 reps, which is actually pretty fucking solid. I don't think I'll go past 140 today. If anything, I might just sit at 130 and just try and rep it out to shit. Or, I don't know, I could go 135. I think I'll do that. I'll get as many reps as I can for this. I'll try and go for like 4 or 5 at least, and then after that I think I'll up it to 135 and try and get multiple reps, because it's kind of pointless just coming in here and hitting 140 for one over and over again. Like, there's no progression there. Sure, I'm getting a little bit stronger, but I feel like I've got to shock the muscle a bit and keep it working. I'm pretty sure it says the kind of like thing is to hit like 85-90% of your 1 rep max for reps. That's like the key bit to train. It might even be as high as 95. Like, I remember when I was trying to go for 140 on bench, I think I got 130 for 2. And I was mainly training around that 130, 125 range, where like I was just trying to get as many reps as I could. We'll take that. Alright, well, that felt not too bad, to be fair. I think those last couple reps were a little harder, but honestly, didn't think I was going to fail it really at any point. I think we'll go 135. 140 is like pointless doing over and over again. I remember there was this like teenager who was benching at one of the gyms I go to, and he said his 1 rep max was 67.5 kilos, but including the clips. As in, like, he was like, don't forget the clips. They add, you know, at least half a kilo on. I was like, I'm not sure about that. I was like, if you're trying to include the clips on your 1 rep max, that makes me doubt if you can do the 1 rep max you're even saying, because the clips don't really add anything. I mean, 200 grams, even in terms of like a 67.5 kilo bench is negligible. I honestly have no idea how many reps this is going to be. It could be 1, it could be 3. I doubt it'll be more than that. I mean, I'm going to try and go for 2. And if it feels okay, we'll push for a 3rd. Alright, let's give this shit a go. I could have done 3 there, but it's like the not having a spot is so so anxiety-inducing. That felt easy though. That's definitely, I think this will be the weight to build up on then. If I can get 135 for like 4 or 5 reps, we should be well on our way to 150. I might do one more set of 130 and then go to maybe do a drop set. Go like 130, 160, and I guarantee I'll do more reps on 100 than I will 60. That's 60 kilos after you've burnt out on 100. It's more the motion that you can't do anymore. It's not even the weight, like the movement. Everything's so numb that yeah, you can barely do the actual movement. I feel good today though. I needed I think it was technically meant to be a leg day today, but I was at the gym with my brother yesterday, and I was like, I've had a couple lackluster gym sessions in a row, and I felt kind of shit. And I was like, I think I need one to kind of revive me, bring me back. And I think this is it. I didn't think legs was that session. You know, if I'm already feeling a bit down, I don't want to come in on leg day and just start like lifting no weight and feeling like shit. So this session is the morale boost that I'm hoping I need, and kind of the confidence boost. I'm gonna try and lift some heavy weight, get a sick pump, and then tomorrow absolutely destroy my legs, which I'm looking forward to. Well, the Pokemon game has staggered considerably. So we got to the seventh gym. I've already said this before. We got absolutely molested in the 7th gym battle, and this is really where you start to see how much stronger Swampert is than Blaziken. I think Swampert's the strongest starter they've ever put in the game. But I just need to build a team around Blaziken. Like, he just can't do it on his own. And I listed a few Pokemon on my notes app that I was considering getting. I've got Slacking, who I fucking love Slacking. He's just like sick. He's got the same base stats as Rayquaza, and he's just like a normal Pokemon. I mean, he is literally a normal type Pokemon, but he's not even a legendary. So I think the team will be Slacking, Blaziken, Breloom. I think I'll keep Breloom. And then I have a Swablu who I want an Altaria. I think electric Pokemon, you've probably got a choice between 2. You've got like Manectric, who I think might be the fastest Pokemon in the game. And then you've got Magneton, who's just sick because he's immune to ground moves, because he levitates. So an electric type who is immune to their own weakness is pretty fucking insane. And he learns like Thunderbolt and all the strongest moves, so he's probably the one I want. But it's just going to take me a while. I'm going to have to kind of stop doing the main story for a bit and just go on side quests and try and build a good team. Yeah, so we'll have like Blaziken, Breloom, Altaria, Magneton, Slacking. And then I think I might see if I can catch one of the other starters, like try and get a Swampert or a Sceptile. Just because it'd be cool to have them in the team. They're pretty strong Pokemon and they're just awesome. So that's kind of the plan with the Pokemon game. I know this last set is gonna be the cherry on top. I'm telling you, you can lift as much weight as you want, but until you just get reps you're never going to get a good pump. It's getting those reps in. Like, benching 130 for 5 will still not give me as good of a pump as benching like 100 for like 12. Or like, you could genuinely come in here and put 220s, or a 20 either side, 60 kilos, and go out with a fucking insane pump. Because if you just go till failure, which is, it's easier to do on the lighter weights, because it's kind of, you really use up all your energy. You get a fucking ridiculous pump. Which is why it's way more important to just go for form and stuff like that. I see a lot of younger lifters coming in the gym and like, they're just trying to do too much, man. They're not even focused on the pump. They're focused on like the weight they can lift. I mean, the amount of teenagers I see like curling like 22 kilo dumbbells, and they look like they're training their lower back more than their fucking bicep. It's like, if I'm sat there with the 16s curling them, I mean, I'd like to think I'm fairly, especially my arm, they're pretty big, especially compared to a 16-year-old. If I'm sat there curling 16s, do you think it's logical to go in and pick up the 20s? I mean, come on. When I was 16, I think I was curling the 10s. Probably started out with the 6s or the 8s. And I'm telling you, I'd still get an insane pump. Because you just burn out on those. Jeez, I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to put my straps on. Okay. Let's give this a go. Alright, I'm taking the straps off. There's no blood flow. Take the straps off and leave 60 on. Alright. Oh. Let's go. I might hit another 60. Jesus. That pump feels unbelievable. I can just feel it, like, my chest is numb. Alright, we'll go for 60, because why the fuck not? I haven't really given myself much of a break, but I don't know, I'm just chasing it, chasing the pump, the never-ending chase. Oh my god, my chest is so numb. Fuck. Let's do some pause reps with this. That's me done. I can't fucking feel anything. Alright, we are back. Unfortunately, both pec flies in use, and they both had like 3 sets left, so I didn't want to just stand there and kind of rush them. So thought I'd come upstairs and do some tricep pushdowns. I guess it doesn't really matter what order we do stuff in, to be honest. If anything, it's probably better because then I'm giving my my chest a bit more rest time. So we'll take that as a blessing. Different cables, completely different weight. Like some gyms you can do the stack. It'd take like 50, 60 kilos. And then some gyms you put 30 kilos on it and it feels like shit. So, you know, kind of have to gauge. Even different cables in the same gym. They can be the same make, but it depends how old they are, how well oiled they are, everything changes the resistance and the range of motion and everything. So don't feel bad or weak if, say you can do 50 kilos and then you come in one day and you're on a different machine, you can do 30, because chances are your muscle's probably doing the same amount of work, it's just a different machine. Alright, let's try and get this first set done. See how 50 pounds feels. That felt pretty good, a little warm up. Also, I did just remember it's Monday, which means in tortilla burritos are a $5. A little Monday tortilla burrito club deal. I might have to get a burrito. I think that's a pretty fucking good idea. So, it's car talk. I might have a massive burrito in my hand. I'll probably eat it in the restaurant. I'll probably just sit down and enjoy it. Doom scroll a little bit. Maybe play some Pokemon. Just chilling. Yeah, so today's day one of unemployment. My job contract finally ended. It was like a government contract, so we were brought in there for 3 months. So that finally ended, so I've got a lot of time to go to the gym and put a lot of effort into this, putting into videos and workouts and the bulk and everything, so I'm looking forward to this next month. I think it'll probably take me another month to get another job, so that's a little break, I guess, which I'm happy about. So yeah, my life for the next month is just going to be job applications, going to the gym and eating. And probably not much else, which I can't say I'm not mad about. Let's try and up this weight. I feel like we could have upped that a bit more. 60 pounds? Let's see it. This probably feel like shit now. Yeah, that might be alright. That felt good. See, this is what I'm talking about. This machine, the stack, is 75 pounds. That was 60. And although it felt hard, it didn't feel that bad. But yeah, we're like 80% of the way through the stack. That felt like a good weight. Get like 8 to 10 reps, try and really focus on that squeeze at the end. Yeah, it's been a pretty good session. I needed a good session to kind of revive me. Gym is so psychological. You can, in theory, look the best you ever have, but look in the mirror and just be like, nah, not feeling it today. Feeling flat, feeling flat, feeling fat. Big where you don't want to be big, and small where you don't want to be small. And but it's all a mind game, really. I think as long as you kind of have that in the back of your mind. And again, it's like when you go in some sessions and say like, you can bench 100 kilos and you feel awesome. You're like, fuck yeah, I can bench 2 plates. Big milestone. And then a week or 2 later, you go in and you fail the rep. You haven't gotten weaker. You've just had a worse day. Like, there's so many reasons why you might not be lifting the way you are. You might have had less sleep. You might be slightly dehydrated. You might not have eaten as much. So all you can really do is try and put yourself on paper in the best situation you can. And even then, there's sometimes those shit days where you don't want to go that you somehow lift the weights, and then some days where like everything's perfect and you're like, this is going to be great, and you kind of come out of it and it was a bit of a mid-session. But none of it matters, man. It's all up and downs. It's like when people are on a diet as well. People don't understand like water weight and stuff like that. Like when I came off my cut, I was 69 kilos, and I had a day where I just ate loads. I ate toast, cereal, drank loads of water, had like a burrito, had loads of meat, just ate loads. It was like a 5,000 calorie day. And I weighed myself the next morning and I was like 73 kilos. But like, if you don't understand how your body works, you're gonna look at that and be like, I've just gained 4 kilos of fat somehow overnight. But it was all just water weight and glycogen and my muscles restoring their glycogen stores. And then the next day after that, I woke up and I was like 69.5 kilos. Like, it just took a day to kind of go out of me. And I woke up and I'd gained like maybe a few 100 grams. And I was like, well, I'm bulking anyway. You know, I can have a few days to not enjoy myself. Well, to enjoy myself, I should say, and not follow the script, per se. Also, there was a guy downstairs when I started bench pressing who I don't think he was best pleased with me. I walked into the gym and there were 2 bench presses. One of them had someone on it and the other just had a water bottle on it. And I asked people around, I was like, are you on this? They were like, nah, I don't know who's on it. And I was like, maybe he's just gone to the toilet. Maybe he's gone for a wee or something. I'll leave it for a bit. And I kind of just like set up a little bench in the squat rack and just kind of warmed up. Did a session just with the bar and then a session with like, I think it was 60 kilos in total. And then he still wasn't there, like 10-15 minutes went by. And I was like, okay, I'll move the water bottle. I'll start benching. You know, it's been long enough. And the guy came over. Somehow, I don't know where he'd been gone, but like, he'd been gone at least 15 minutes. And he came over and he was like, oh, I was benching here, man. And I was like, oh, you know, sorry, man, it's just, I thought no one was using it. Like, you're more than welcome to hop in. And he kind of just like, gave me this shitty look and was like, he was like, nah, finish up, man, finish up, you know, you do you. And I was like, well, I'm going to be on here for a while. I've just got on here. And he was like, oh, it's fine, man. And he kind of just like stormed off. And then every time, you know, I'd do a set and I kind of just look up and he's just fucking staring daggers at me. I was like, bro, come on. You can't kind of go MIA for 20 minutes and then just leaving a water bottle on a bench as well. It's one of the most popular things in the gym. I'll never forget when I was 17. I wouldn't say I was new to the gym, but well, I guess I kind of was. I've been going for like 6 months. There's a chest press machine. And there was nothing there. No water bottle, nothing. And I did like a set. I put the plates on, did a set. And this like 50-year-old guy came up to me. He was like, what are you doing, man? I was like, what? He was like, I'm using this. And I was like, what? I was like, when? Like, I've been on this for like a good few minutes and there's nothing here. And he was like, nah, I'm using this. And I was like, oh, well, you know, you can hop in. He was like, yeah, but we're probably doing different weights. Like, can you just come back in like 5 minutes? And I was like 17. I was like, yeah, okay. And I dead ass watched him sit down on the machine, do one set, and then he got up and started doing pull-ups. And the pull-up bar was on the other side of the gym. So he did that set, and he walked off to do pull-ups, and then I sat back down. I changed the weights, so I was like, he's done. And did a set, and he came over again. He was like, I'm not going to tell you to move again. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm using this, bro. I was like, you're on the other side of the gym. And bear in mind, the gym is like, it's fairly busy. Like, it's not empty. And he was like, I'm not going to tell you again. I was like, bro, you cannot fucking have the whole gym. I was like, you can't use 2 machines at once. I was like, sit down here, do 4 sets and move. I was like, I'm not going to fucking sit here and wait for you as you come and walk back and forth between 8 different machines and claim them all as yours. I literally just told him, I was like 17, I was like, dude, I'm fucking using this now. And he kind of just shrugged and like stormed off, like mumbling under his breath. I still remember that like it was yesterday, because I was like, what the fuck? Some people, man, honestly. This machine is well oiled. There is no, like, you can hear a little, like, it's smooth. There is no, like, friction on this. You can just hear, like, the smoothness of it. This is a fucking good machine. Well, let's hit a little drop set. That hurts like a bitch. You know, I could actually do pec flies here. There's 2 cables through. I do have to say, chest day is my favourite again. When I was cutting, it wasn't. I think just because it's quite a tiring day. But then when you're bulking, you've got the energy and you're pushing the weight. Chest day is awesome. I think also it's kind of naturally what I'm best at. You know, I'm kind of short, but a bit dense. So like, explosive movements are probably my strongest, just because I've got a short range of motion, but I've got a decent amount of muscle on me. So push day is always like elite. Pull days can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. You know, like lat pull down, I still can't lat pull down that much, surprisingly. You'd think I could do a lot, but no. I like to linger around 50, 60 kilos on that machine. I'm not going any higher than that. We'll hit one more set and then I'll probably start doing some pec flies on here. Plus, the benefit of doing cable pec flies, you can do like high to low and low to high, and really work on, you know, the different parts of your chest. Let's put some music on for this last set. Alright, that's done. Yeah, that feels okay. Let me start my music. That feels good. Still trying to hit the squeeze kind of as best as I can on this. This feels pretty good, but I'm worried more about the fucking camera battery life than my workout. I didn't charge my camera up before I came here, so well, I think I'm going to do one more set and then probably just go for a pose down. I think I might binge shoulders off today. They're still quite sore from Saturday. Saturday I had the worst gym session. I mean, it wasn't even that bad, but I was just really hungover. And me and my cousin were both hungover. We were like, let's just go to the gym. And yeah, it was cold sweat the whole way through. Still managed to shoulder press the 38s for a good couple of sets, but yeah, that was a shit day. I think that's me done for today. My chest feels absolutely cooked. Probably gonna do a few push-ups and then join you for a pose down. Let's see what we're working with. I'm pretty fucking happy with that. I feel full and bulked. So I think we'll finish that session up here and I'll see you guys back in the car. Alright, we are back. I'm filming this a couple hours after my session because I actually filmed the outro in the car, but it didn't, the mic was not working. I think my camera was just low battery and started bugging out, but we should be alright now. Overall, it was a good session today, to be honest. I was happy with bench. We're starting to be able to really push some serious volume in terms of kind of total weight pushed. Repping out 130 for, 5 or 6 each time's getting, it's going to be a kind of staple, I think. I think the next chest session, the main goal's got to be going for 145, which I don't even think I'm going to struggle with that much. That might be arrogant, but this, 140's been so consistent at the moment, and it hasn't been a struggle for the last few sessions. It's been really just up and down. So, yeah, I think we'll be fine for that. I kind of just need a spot. It's not that I doubt my ability to do it. It's literally just if I can't do it, I am just fucked. I'm sure I will be able to do it, but I still need that safety buffer of if I do fuck it up, I have someone there literally to just lift the bar up a bit. But yeah, I was happy with today. Got a really good chest pump. And tomorrow is leg day. I believe it's hamstrings and glutes focus. So we'll probably be doing RDLs, hamstring curls, maybe some leg press. We might do some leg press as well. But yeah, other than that, there's really not much else to say. It was a really good session. I did get a burrito for lunch, which was very nice. And yeah, I mean, it was a good session, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow for legs.